Yeah, can you hear
Hey,
me? Can you hear me?
I can't. Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thanks for the patience. It's something I just going to control. Um, cool. Okay, so let's jump into question right away.
Good.
Um, Great. Just one quick question. Are you actively interviewing right now, or how much are you
Uh,
prepared? Yep.
I'm not very prepared. I'm not actively interviewing right now. I work as a programmer. I'd like to get better. This is my first ever time doing an interviewing.io.
Okay, cool, cool. Which programming language you are finding most comfortable with?
Java.
Okay, cool. So I'll just write the question on top here.
Good.
Mm. So so you have basically an array. In Java we have array, right? So you have an array,
Okay.
and why? Okay, so it has alphabets like this. Something like this. Okay, I have it copied here already.
Okay.
Uh, Let me just format it and print it here.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's fine. Thanks.
Maybe I should have this already prepared. Anyways,
I have no complaints. I appreciate you doing this on a Saturday. I'm delighted to try it. I'd like to get better. So
cool, awesome. So here is the array, right?
okay. All right, very good. It's an
So
array of
if you
characters. Yeah.
see, yeah, so this is an array, and there's some. If you notice, there's a space character, right?
Yes.
And then there's another space character later on as well.
Yes.
So in fact, it's written practice makes perfect.
Yep. I see that. That sounds good.
We want to convert this array into practice makes perfect. How do I write the whole thing here?
Okay.
So something like this. Practice, Tice.
So it's more than just. So it's moving the letters around is what you're wanting to do.
Yeah. But FECT. But what's important here is that so we have an array of characters and there's spaces in between. But you have to basically write practice. So so the last word comes in the first, and it's right. Last word comes in first. Um, so basically, so this whole list has words in reverse order.
Okay.
Practice
So
in
so
the
we're
beginning makes it, and
okay.
then it's. I mean, so this array
Yeah.
is basically perfect makes practice. But you convert
Yeah.
this into practice makes perfect. So
Yeah. I
just
think I understand.
and the only thing that is given is that there can be one or more space characters between two words.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to make such a string into this, but it has to be in place. You have to make it in place. You cannot use any extra anything.
Oh, in place. That's okay.
Yeah.
I was fixing to make a brand new array. So
No. Let's do it in place, and yeah. So maybe before even writing the code, you can discuss how do you plan to do it.
yeah.
You know.
So
Mhm.
if it was not in place,
Mhm.
I would allocate a brand new array,
Mhm.
find where the spaces are using like index of,
Yeah.
and then copy the words into the spot.
Mhm.
But since I don't have an extra array to work with, that makes
Yeah.
it a bit more tricky, especially because I'm assuming that the lengths of the words are not going to be the same. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
you can see when I highlight perfect here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I did.
I'm not counting, but the last word in the list might be shorter or longer than the
Exactly. That
first
is
word
true.
in the list.
That is
And
true.
when you say swap it in place, I'm thinking that I can't use any kind of temporary arrays. The most I can
Yeah.
use is a single character array. And so I
Exactly.
need to basically move the first letter of the first word and swap it with the first letter of the last word,
Yeah.
and then the second letter of the first word with the second letter of the last word, and so on. And when I do that, one of the problems that I think might happen is, suppose that the first word is quite a bit longer than the last
Mm-hmm.
word.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to have all these blanks, and in order to make everything fit, I
Yeah.
wonder if I'm going to have to end up sliding over the letters and stuff. So the requirement that it be done in place seems to make the problem more difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That is
And
great.
that's fine. I don't mind. I'm here to get better. So interesting. And if this first word is very, very short, like if this first word is just G-O,
Yeah.
then I would have to move things over quite a bit before I was able to put in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letter word. You know, if it was G-O space, I would have to move swap the first two letters and then
Yeah.
go, golly, I'm out of space, and move things over a little bit. One of the things that I'm not good at yet is recursive solutions, and I kind of think that this would perhaps be a thing that a recursive solution would be really good for. But, you know, I don't, even though I can kind of smell the recursion, I don't think I
Well,
could do that in the half an hour or something that we have.
yeah, maybe think about this, and this, I mean, this is a relatively easier question once you know how to do it. So
Okay, good,
there's some
good.
thinking involved here. If you can, think about that and come up with a. So just think what strategies can be there to make last word in the beginning.
Yeah. So, okay, so just start with the last word in the beginning. Is that it?
I mean, so basically you can do some interplay of words here. I mean, you can just look at the list, and I mean, there's one small thing that will make the whole question, solved in a second. So, giving you a hint would be giving you an answer. But if you
Okay,
just look at
okay,
the structure of the question, the structure of the array, then you
okay.
can
Well,
maybe look at try to solve. I mean, just look at the structure of the array and try to
okay.
intuitively think how you can manipulate the array in a way that you can get the last word in the beginning and the second last word in the
All
second
right.
place.
I'm by pasting it down here and sort of reformatting it a little bit. I'm hoping I'll see the thing that will help. So, I'm not very familiar with the editor, but in Eclipse, this is the trick for telling it not to format it. So I wonder if I can take advantage of the letters being the same, like, oh, hey, the first are both P's, I don't have to move it. Then I swap the E and the R. Then I swap the R and the A, swap the F and the C, the E and the T, the
Yeah.
C and the I, the C and the T, and the space and the E. And then there, actually, I don't want to swap a space with anything. If I get a space, then I just put a space here because we can have multiple spaces around things. So I could try that, and I still don't think that's the answer because, if this were a very, very short word up front.
So let me put it like this. What if something was like what if the input array was something like this? Something like this.
Okay, so I'm going to end up swap.
How would we have approached this sort of input?
Right. So here I'm going to want to swap A and C. I wonder if what I could do is have something like front is where the A is, and
This is
back.
drone rate code. I mean, just drone rate code. Just try to build the algorithm first.
Okay. So
So,
I'm
so if you
wondering.
had this sort of input, the output would have been like so the output would have been like C
Yeah.
empty, B
Yeah.
empty, and A, right?
Right. That's correct.
So for this input, we have the reverse as output. This is the reverse of input, right?
So you don't have to be aware of where the words are at. You can just swap things sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If a word is just one character, you can simply reverse a string, reverse the whole array, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what if a word is not a character, is more than a character? What would happen then?
Then instead of reversing the whole thing, you want to treat that sequence of characters as one unit.
Exactly.
Okay.
One approach is to do that. Even if you don't do that, so what will happen is something like this. If you had A and say B together, and then we had say C and say D together, right?
Yeah.
So this is something like D space C space B and A, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
But this is not something you're looking for. D is fine, C is fine, but this word is reversed, right?
Yeah. That should be AB.
Yeah. So how can you fix that then?
I could go through and find the individual words and then just reverse them in place. So I think I see it now. You reverse the entire string, then you reverse each word in place.
Or reverse each word in place and then reverse the entire string. That is also fine.
Very nice. Thank you. That's absolutely delightful problem. I like it very much.
Yeah, I just simply that's the problem with this, if you start helping the person, it's so easy that you just tell the whole solution. So yeah. Anyways.
Well, that's
Let's
nice.
try to put it
I
up.
like it. Sure. So code it up?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, good. All right. So it seems to me that there might be two cases, one where it's an odd number and one where it's an even number, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm just going to have front and tail and
Can you use the function reverse the words in reverse whole string? Oh, sorry. Okay, reverse the words in main. Oh, sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No worries. I appreciate your suggestions. You're a very good teaching interviewer. It's really nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so that looks okay to me. And, you know, if I were at my desk in my old friend Eclipse, I'd do this inside of some unit tests and have some asserts, but that's not the style of interviews just yet, so that's okay. Word front and word tail, or yeah, word front and word tail, and we're going to go through. Current's going to just start there, and we're going to say while current spot in the array is what we're going to do is we're going to say word front is equal to the current, and then word tail is equal to, and this is where I wish I could have a photograph. Oh, look at that. That's very amazing. So if it was a string, it would have an index of, but since it's in a character array, it doesn't have an index of. So and we're going to look for space. So we find the first space, and now we know where the word is. So it's time to reverse the string there. So I think that I can reuse this reverse the string business by passing in the front and the tail, and then I can take this one and so this version is going to take a start and stop.
Yeah.
And this one's going to just recall the version with start and stop being set to 0 and the length.
Yeah.
And then here, this front and tail are really the badly named variables, but in the interest of time, I'm not going to change their names. All right, so reverse the whole string, and then once that's done, then we need to move current up to be the tail plus 1, and that looks reasonable to me. And then we're going to have this index of guy, and it's going to go and look for a particular character. All right, spelling Sentinel wrong, which really bothers me, but I'm going to keep going. This editor is amazing.
Yeah, it's based on the based on web, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe one more thing you want to put in index of that from where to start looking for, you know.
Oh, that's a great idea. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Cool.
yeah, it makes lots of sense. So off the top of my head, it looks pretty good. What I would do if I was just doing this for fun to learn is I'd do it as JUnit, but since I don't think I have that, I'm just going to output the input array. Is it okay if I run it?
Yeah. Just 1 second. Let me see. Okay, we have some run errors that you can address.
Yeah.
One more thing that you did is that while reversing the string, where's the reverse? Yeah, what you do is where do you reverse the string? Sorry. Here is main. From here you got reverse the words.
Yeah.
Reverse the words, cause reverse whole string, then reverse words.
Yeah.
Reverse whole string is basically just reverse whole string with this input, and reverse words basically reverse word would iterate from current is less than this thing. WF start is current, WT is the end, the thing. So basically on line 60, when you pass reverse whole string, maybe you're looking to pass WT minus 1, right?
On line 60?
660, yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
And then the current word increment by +1, and next time you enter the loop, we readjust WF and WT. And in reverse whole strings, while F is less than T, F is less than T, we get the F element out. You're not incrementing F here, in this loop, in this while loop. And while loop at 47. Yeah. If index
right.
is
I see that. That's a big problem.
1. Yeah, and I really like the thing you did at line 60 that you wrote -1 before WT. That's really
Thanks.
great software engineering like this, which people don't actually do, including me. Yeah. If that is WT, you set it. This is a problem. So if current is length, so it breaks, right? Oh yeah, it breaks. Cool. Here you just need to TT minus. No. So you set temp as the element at F. You put input F, input at T. You T is temp now. So at 51, F should go up and T should come down, right?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is fine to me now. Can you spot some of the errors?
Try.
Let's try.
Yeah, let's just try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reverse
whole string with
method cannot be found.
I'm looking for where it's line 61.
On line 43, reverse whole string. Yeah, you
It
also have to
needs,
pass in
ah,
the in the initial word, that is zero. No,
yes,
you had to pass in the no, you had to pass in the array as well.
yes,
Yeah, array. Yeah, in the very beginning. The first
like that.
argument. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So let me try that.
And line 61, there is another error that it cannot
Okay.
find input array. Input array is misspelled here. Let me
Ah,
fix it.
okay, I'll fix that. Oh, thank you.
But, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Can you run it
All
again?
right. Yeah, let's try it. Okay. So one more
Hmm.
on line 61. Oh, I forgot to hit the
Non-static,
tab.
yeah, so you need to create object for that. Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
it's already. Okay, cool.
To
Hmm. So you ran out of um
index out on
this
line
is down.
49,
Hmm.
right there. And do you think this is 22 is the value? I don't, I don't, I don't think index out of bounds exceptions give you the
Yeah,
value
this
these
is a one
days.
exception. It's not good. But probably we are looping something wrong. We are setting f in.
Yeah.
So what is f? F plus plus. Uh,
So it
so
starts off way too high.
mhm.
So line 43 is calling it. Ah, here we go. Like that.
Yeah, well, there's some problem here.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so the
so,
only last one is wrong. Perfect. So we never entered the loop for the last one, right? So we can address that very easily.
yeah.
Hmm.
So here's where we're reversing the individual words in place. And we start
The
looking
last
at the
word,
current.
the
Yeah.
last word didn't. Yep.
Oh, right here. So how
Yeah.
about if we just say, and instead of WT, we're just going to do the length of the input array.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really fun. What a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed this. This was really nice.
Yeah, this is a cool question. Yeah. Someone
Yeah.
asked me and never gave me any clue and major clue, so it took me like 20 minutes to think, how to do it. Yeah, but it is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
think
did
too.
well. You created a function and used those functions. I mean, that is really nice. Because that isn't something that comes in mind very intuitively. So yeah, it was great work here.
Thanks.
Um, yep, great. And can you tell me the asymptotic bounds on it? What would be the runtime of this everything?
Um, so we loop through the entire array, and we do that a couple of times. So I think if the if the size of the input is the length of the character array, I think
Mm-hmm.
this is a linear time complexity O of n, and
Mm-hmm.
in space complexity, I think it's O of 1, because actually it's a really fuzzy in space complexity, because you're going to need that input array. So space complexity is either constant O of 1 or it's O of n, because the
It's
size
not
of the
ON.
input.
It's always
Okay.
constant, right? We're not building any extra space anywhere. So it will always remain constant. I mean,
Okay.
apart from array that was given to us, we are not using, we're not building any array. So it's that's why it's in place, right? And
So
as far as the runtime is concerned, you inverted the string once,
yeah.
order of n, then plus you invert each word again, and that
So
at most is n, anyways. So it will be n
yeah.
order of n. So basically, it's order of n plus order of n. It's order
Okay.
of n.
Yeah, I agree. And then you're saying in space complexity it's constant, O of one?
Yeah, because we aren't
Okay.
creating any access register, nothing at all, you know.
Okay. Okay. That's
Yeah, so that was,
fantastic.
yeah, that question you solved it in for 35 minutes. Yeah, less than that
Oh,
maybe.
well, thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. This was really fun. I'd like to do this again. This was really nice practice, you know. So
good. Which languages do you generally program in?
I use Java day to day, and there's JavaScript in my shop as well. So I'd
Uh-huh.
like to learn JavaScript and start interviewing in JavaScript. Um,
Uh-huh.
there's some Scala in my shop, and so I'm taking the Coursera Scala class right now. Um,
Uh-huh.
and I like Ruby on Rails, even though I'm working on my first Ruby on Rails project for fun. And so I'd like to do Ruby as well. So, you know, I think Go is very interesting, but there aren't any, one thing at a time. I think my highest priority is the JavaScript. So,
Cool. Cool. And how many years you've been programming?
I've been programming for, I think I got my first programming job in 1988.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Your experience is of my age.
That's all right. That's all right. You know,
Wow.
I'm used to that kind of thing. You know, I have a lot of coworkers in their 20s and 30s.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. So, I mean, so where are you based? Are you based in Bay Area or are you based in somewhere else? Yeah.
Um, well, I kind of like the anonymity, so I'll just say I'm
Okay.
based somewhere else. Is that all right?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that is fine. That is fine.
Okay.
Cool, cool. I'm just asking because in Bay Area you generally don't see engineers who are like really, who have this much experience, It's mostly young
Ah,
people. So I'm a bit, yeah, I'm surprised. Actually, I haven't seen anyone yet. Yeah. Cool, cool. That is nice. Yeah, it was nice working with you.
yeah. You too. You too. So my understanding of how this works is we each fill out some feedback, and since
Yeah,
this is my
exactly.
very first interview, I probably won't see your feedback until I interview several more times.
No, no, so
And
you
I do.
will see my feedback if when you'll give me feedback and I'll give you feedback, then we can
Okay.
see each other's feedback.
Oh, good. Well, I
Yeah.
plan to do that, and I'd really like to do an interview, once a week or something, because I really do want to get better, and I think that gone are the days of just talking to somebody for 40 minutes and getting a job. I think you have to do the interviews like this. So
Yeah.
good.
You have the core right there.
So I really like your interviewing style. I think you did a great
Yeah.
job, and I'll write up the feedback in the next few minutes, and maybe we'll talk to each other again sometime.
Great. Thank you. See you, man. See
All right.
you. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye bye.